Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? It's Scootershman here, and today we've got another target that we're going to solo out completely. This guy's got 2 million troops, 700 million across, he's 244 million might, and we're just going to go ahead and go ham at it. Again, not much different from the other guy from yesterday. Now, if you haven't checked that video out, I'll have a link in the comments section below. And go ahead and pretty much just knock on the doorway of this guy right from the get-go. Now, of course, I like to try and send some siege, so we're going to go ahead and put 1,000 in. I know some people in the comment section, I was reading. I read your comments, my guys, and yes, there's like a million different ways to skin a cat. Yeah, I put on my war gear when I don't need to, because I send my leader without. Yeah. Okay, look, I know I do that, but I do it out of habit. I don't necessarily do it for any one particular reason. But here you can see there's a huge difference. So like there I lost 30k tier 4, but I went ahead and knocked out that imp front line that he had. Now we're going to go ahead and clear out the next wave. So we'll go ahead and pop some heals here. And as you can tell, it's not cheap to go through and heal here. It's not my favorite thing to do. And I'll be honest with you, it does kill your bags after a certain point. So I try to go looking for food hypers. And conveniently, I did, in fact, find a food hyper not too long ago. I got like 4 billion food. But anyway, the point is, okay, so like with a lot of these guys, I mean, they've got a lot of resources in this kingdom. It's a pretty resource-rich kingdom, especially when you find resources out laying about. But you do have to kind of wait for them to come along, and when they do, it's pretty awesome. But, you know, just like anything else, on that hit, 650,000 dead, mostly tier 4 that time, 300k of it, almost. Mostly Drake Rider there. But again, you know, it's really just like systematically going through and clearing them out every single time. Now this hit here is going to be pretty deadly, and as opposed to like some of the other hits that you've seen in last video. This hit here, you know, another 681 right there, like clear cut all the way dead, and there's 440,000 dead tier 4 range right there. Like pretty easy. And then of course, you know, I went ahead and wiped him out of all of his resources because why not, right? I mean, it's kind of the fun. But anyway, let's look at these reports a little bit in detail. So like in the first hit, you can see I wiped out his infantry. And at this point, you know, anybody, I would say, in case any of you guys are ever going to solo anybody, right? Generally speaking, I can knock anybody that has like 2 million troops. They're easy peasy. Takes you like 2, maybe 3 hits max. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys just kind of take a look at this battle report and just kind of sit back, let you guys enjoy. Hey, so basically, right, I found some more targets for you guys. This guy is named K4R. He's 200 mil. Right from the get-go, he's got like 100 million stone, 44 million timber. So that's okay amount, but he's got about 1.4 million. Mostly tier 1, 600,000 of it being Ballista. So we're just going to go ahead and just gut it. Why not? And of course, I've got more targets coming up, so by no means is this the last one. So yeah, as you can tell, I've been kind of on a solo spree as of late. But, you know, I kind of hit them as they come and go, guys, so I hope you guys are enjoying the video, you know, and I'm more than happy to listen to the comment section, guys. I read the comments, I keep track of what comes up, and, you know, I'm really, you know, trying to keep up with you guys. It's you know, sometimes you guys are, like, completely bombarding me, but that's okay. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and set it up so that, you know, these phalanxes are a little faster. Because again, I've been doing this pretty frequently as of late, so it's like, I might as well, right? You know, and part of the reason why I buffer it like I do is just because the sheer benefit of it is convenient. You know, especially if you do it this way and you do it pretty frequently, makes your life a lot easier. Especially if you're trying to save on time, guys. This is just one of those little itty-bitty things that you want to do and make sure you do to be able to really be able to progress and grow. Now, of course, there on that hit, you can see 162,000 reds. So that's not too bad. Again, that's all tier 1, though. It's not like anything impressive, but this hit will probably be a little bit better. Now, mind you, this is my tier 4 I'm throwing at it, but I'm pretty confident that this won't do, if any at all, damage to my tier 4s. Because at this point he's lost his front line. So there's like a 575k red hit. So there went all his Drake Riders, 187,000 of them. You know, and again, you know, it's always a joy to be able to kind of knock players out like this. It's always fun, but I will remind you guys that if you are going to try attempting this, that really I think this is unique to my kingdom. It's not really going to come out like this all the time, and if you're not careful, traps can real easily pull, and I've taught many people on this channel how you can do what I'm doing right now and trap a person like me pretty easily. But again, that's, you know, one in a million, right? So here, this guy, you can see he has like hardly any troops, but he's got 300 million stone, 490 mil. We're just gonna go ahead and wipe him out. I mean, again, you know, it come and goes. Now, I know some people were asking me about my gems. You know, I don't talk about it very frequently, but like a lot of the time, a lot of my gems go into relocators. They go into hell, I think not too long ago I was like, I swapped my jewels out, so I spent like 40,000 gems on having to swap gold jewels out of my gear sets, because I had all these gold jewels in my mix set that I had to move out of all these other gear sets, and it took me a little bit of gems to really revamp a lot of that stuff. And as much as I'd like to tell you, you know, oh yeah, it's cheaper, believe me, the longer you play this game, it gets more expensive. But even then, right? So like there, 53,000 reds. It's not bad stuff, right? But yeah, it's just like, you know, with this target in particular, like Joyce Baby, I've seen this player, like, occasionally, I'll like, without any gear and stuff, you can see that there they don't have any, hardly any defenders, but they've got 500 million ore, so we're gonna go ahead and grab that. I mean, as you can tell, it doesn't take me very long to, like, get a couple billion resources this way. Now, this guy here, his name's Kaio. I'm like, oof. Look at that. You know, he's got 1.3 million. That doesn't scare me, though. 176 million stone on this guy. And he's got 280k. Obviously, yeah, the bar to entry for me has, like, kind of, like, it's lessened. Like, anybody between 1.2 million to 2 million troops, I'm not as near as scared. Yeah, it doesn't bother me as much. So, I'll go all ham on somebody like Kaio. But Joyce, in particular, even easier. I don't even think twice about it. You know, there is a danger to that, right? Because, you know, obviously, not everybody's going to be a walk in the park like some of these people can be, right? But the main point I'm trying to get across here, though, is, like, if you're going to go about doing this, just know that there's a lot of risk that it goes along with it. You know, it's like, it's one of those things that you might lose, and if you do, it happens. But I think that's kind of what makes soloing so much fun, you know? If you don't, then you never find out. You know, and where I think you can benefit from, you know, from rallying, the only thing I like about doing it this way is I don't have to share. You know, if I go find a bank with 1 billion resources on it, I get to keep it all. So here comes Kaio. So we're gonna go ahead and take a shot at Kaio, and you know, funny enough, I saw Kaio, I'm like, all right, I'll port, and I'll just, you know, I'll try it, right? And as soon as I was ready to send the attack, and I was like, okay, well, I don't know if I should send infantry, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just, and then I'm like, oh, whoops, because he's already ported away. He's seen me, and he got out of there. Wasn't about to figure that out, so I thought, okay, all right, fair enough. So we'll just go down the list and go to the next guy. Yeah, but you know, obviously, you know, it's always a little bit of fun when you're playing this game and you run across somebody like that, and they're like, their first, you know, the first thing they do is they flee. They're like, nope, I ain't having none of that. But of course, I was able to clear this guy, get out as well. But you know, I guess, you know, whenever it comes to soloing people, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You know, should I do more? And if I do, what would you like to know about soloing? I don't know if there's anything you want to know, but let me know.